Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is having a great week. And I'm excited to be here tonight. Every time I turn on this button, I say to myself, it's another opportunity to reach one soul and share my experiences, my blessings with you. I'm Tanya Barbie. I am still a rose in spite of it all. And I want to welcome all of you all for coming on tonight. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Had a busy day at work. Got honored today at work. I'm so excited about that because I wasn't expecting it. I mean, who's expecting to get rewarded at work? They feel they pay us. Why should they do something extra for us? We're supposed to do the job, so why should they give us anything extra? So to get something extra, I don't take it for granted. I was really happy about that today. Wanted to share that first and thank God for that. Um, I've witnessed in the last 8 days disrespectful children. And it's so easy to happen if the children don't get disciplined. And I like for you to interject your thoughts here, but I think mothers. I'm one of those moms who raised children by myself, and I'm beginning to think we're spoiling our children to the extent where we're not disciplining them. And I think you can spoil them and discipline them too. But if you spoil them and don't discipline them, you get a child that grows up to be an adult who's going to be entitled for everything. He's going to have a sense of entitled to get the job, entitled to not get a job so that you can continue to take care of them for the rest of their life. We got to watch what we're doing with our kids today. We have to watch how we're raising them. It's okay to buy them everything they want. If you got it like that and feel like it's a necessity because maybe your parents didn't buy you everything you wanted and you said when you grew up you were going to make sure you did that for your kids. I understand that. I grew up where I got everything I want as a kid, but I also had discipline. I had structure. I had grandparents that were disciplinarians. I had a dad who was military, so he was disciplinary. He was a disciplinarian. I had my mom who was she was on the fence because I never had to do my homework with my mom, but I grew up with people in my life, family members who made you do what they thought you should be doing for your good, and I'm grateful for that. My grandma used to whip us, tell us to go get our own switch in her backyard. And if we didn't go get the right kind of switch for her at her for her standards, she would make us go back out there and get another one. And she would whip us with it. Now today we can't do that because we can actually go to jail. So a big difference in how we were raised in my age group versus how they're raised today. I understand that. But if we're women, mothers who have showered our children with everything desirable, we're setting ourselves up for failure with our children. And what we're supposed to be doing with our kids is raising them to be successful citizens, productive citizens, not successful where they're millionaires, successful being that they know how to treat people, they know how to get a job, they know how to keep a job, they know how to be respectful, they give back to the community. If you can raise a child to do all of the above, you have done a tremendous job of raising your children. Tonight, I want to talk to those who have not done that. They are so into being their child's friend because of whatever reasons. A lot of us do that out of guilt because we feel like it's our fault that we're raising the child by ourselves. We felt like we ran the dad away, or we're mad that the dad is gone. We're sad that he's gone. And we feel some sort of way that it's our responsibility to shower the child with so much love to compensate for the missing dad. And as a result of doing that, our children lose out because these children become entitled kids. They become angry. They become, why, what do you mean I can't get this? What do you mean I gotta get a job? What do you mean you kicking me out at 35? They don't get it. But guess whose fault it is? It's our fault. If we're not raising our children, for instance, I'll give you an example. My son's an honor roll student. He plays sports. He excels in those. He's on the choir at church. He asked me for some tennis shoes the other day. And I said, "Did you take out the trash without me asking you?" I said, "Did you clean up your mess in the kitchen without me asking? Did you wash your clothes?" He said, "No, not yet." "Well, I can't get you those tennis shoes yet." "Well, Mom, my foot about to come out of the, let them come out. They just gonna have to come, your toes gonna have to come out because I refuse." Now he got all those qualities, all those things going on for himself. I let him know the honor roll is for you. It's not for me. I'm not one of those parents. My child is on the honor roll. That's for him. His honor roll is not going to help me. It's going to help me as far as him going all the way and getting scholarships. That means less out of my pocket. But who is it ultimately going to benefit the most? Him, right? So it would behoove him, for himself, to do the best that he can do so that he can be as successful as he can, so he can come out of his pocket less for college and can do the best that he can for himself. Because at 18, parents don't have to do anything for them. It's our choice at that point. So why not raise them to be disciplined within themselves so that they can do the best for themselves? Why is it we feel like we have to cater to them? Parents, how come when the teacher calls you and tells you that your child has misbehaved and been disruptive in the class, you go up there ready to cuss out the teacher or the principal, and you never even discipline your child? And sometimes you say you deny it. It couldn't have been your child. Why not? Why can't it be your child? Why is it we're getting to the point where we're raising these kids to be 18, 19, 20? They don't want to go to college. They don't want to go to the military. They have the audacity to say, I ain't working at no McDonald's flipping no burgers. But you go to work every day. Some of you all have a husband in the home. And he's little boy who now 18, 17, 18. He's sitting at home waiting for you to come home to cook. I have neighbors right now who have 35-year-old men in their homes. And they go to work talking about, I don't know how I'm going to get him out. He ain't trying to look for no job. He ain't trying to do this. I don't know what happened to him. You are what happened to him. You've created a monster. And now you don't know what has happened to him. Andre, cousin, hello there, says, I'm a stepdad of 8 children. Wow. Hey, Melanie, thank you for joining. I would like to know more about your being a stepdad of 8 children. How's that going for you? That's a lot of kids, cuz. And I commend you for being a stepdad for 8 children. That's pretty big. My focus tonight is, what are we doing with these kids? How are we raising them? And I'm not here to turn my nose up at anybody who's having a hard time. I'm here to help. I feel qualified because I got 3 adult children that I have raised. And I've been tough. They barely can sit over here 5 hours for fear that I'm going to put them to work, because I raised them that way. I raised them. I don't care if they come home, if they hit hard times, but come home with a plan so that you can go back out there, because mama gonna die someday. Let's keep it real, mamas. We're gonna be gone one day. So you have to ask yourself, are these children going to be able to fend for themselves? Who's going to take over where we left off? Where we leave off, who's going to pick up that slack if we are no longer here? So I'm going to give you an example of why I'm so concerned. I'm going to put it out there. My oldest son is a basketball coach for 14-year-olds. And I commend him. My heart, I that's my firstborn, and I love him more than life itself, because I went through so much raising him as a single parent. And I witnessed a 14-year-old coming up at him because he was mad that my son took him out of the game and played my son, his brother. And he said, why you got him in the game? You showing him some kind of favoritism. You took me out the game and you put him in. And my son said, I'm playing right now. This ain't no little league. This is no intramural sports where we have to play every kid every 15, 20 minutes. I don't know how it goes, but you men, some of you are coaches, you know what I'm talking about. And the kid went up at him. His mother helped him go up at my son. Now I'm a poised woman. I went to Blue High School. I got a little bit of it in me. But that's my baby. And to see this 14-year-old step up to my son, who goes to gyms right after working all day. He don't get paid for that. To help these children win a game, learn a game, play a game, participate in a sport, mind you. And he wants to fight my son for playing his brother. So you know what I did? Guess what I did? I went up to the mom. I went searching. Which one of y'all is the mama to that little boy? I went right up to the mama. I said, what are you doing? How are you raising this child? My son, that's my boy right there. That coach is my boy. That one right there that he cussing about, that other one is my boy. And he younger than all these kids out here. And they put him on this team to help out. And your boy ready to fight my boy, a grown man who is coming out here to help you with your son. And you are witnessing him step up to my son, and you didn't yank him by his collar and throw him out the gym and drag him to the car and chastise him all the way home, so that for the next practice he's apologizing to my son. I said, if you don't check him today, the cops are going to get him tomorrow. And it might be too late. It might be too late to rectify this situation. Ladies, it ain't cute for your child to go up to an adult to check him. And that man is in that gym day in and day out, on Saturdays, on Sundays, to play your children in a game when he could be with his own family. My son, who I raised, even fired his own child for cussing at him, for pulling him out the game. His own stepson. That's how I raised him. And I'm proud of how I raised my kids. They might not like me all the time, but I did it because I knew tomorrow I might not be here. And you parents who, Christmas time, you got a whole living room full of nothing but presents. And I bet you 2 months after December, half of those things, all those presents, they don't even know where they are, or they're no longer interested in them. Instead of taking them to an inner city, or taking them to a hospital, or taking them to a nursing home, and are showing them that there are a lot of people that are lacking. And we need to teach them that everybody doesn't have it like them. We got to show them today that they got to have a heart of helping others, respecting elders. I've gone to Popeyes, McDonald's, Wendy's with my kids, and teenagers would be cussing right in front of me. right in front of my mother, who's 80, 81, mind you. Not, ma'am, I'm sorry. When I grew up, we behaved when the elders showed up. We apologize if we said a cuss word in front of them, not aware that they're right there. We apologize. Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that in front of you. Please forgive me. Where's that gone? What has happened? Where is that gone? You all be in lines to get the most expensive tennis shoes. You in the line, not your child. You in the line all night. You don't even have the sense to let them be in the line. If they want the shoes that bad, let them be in the line. You be in the car reading a book. Let them be in the line and going, standing in line for 6, 7, 8, 10 hours for some tennis shoes that they're going to outgrow in what, 3 months? What are we doing? What are we doing with our children? That young man got kicked off the team, and he was good. He was already 6'2" and only 14 years old. But I'm so proud of my son because he didn't argue with him. He said, you off the team. I told y'all day one, I'm not having no disrespect. Y'all ain't going to make me quit. I'm here to help you. I don't have to be here. I'm not getting paid. I do this out of my own time. I use my own finances. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to argue with a child. I'm not going to do this. And parents, that woman should have drugged him out of the gym. My son, I wish I would. He's 13. He bigger than me. I wish I would see him ever go up to an adult and check him. When these men, I love my coaches for my baby. They're the father figures in my son's life. And if I ever see my child mouthing off at them, I'm going to check them. And then I'm going to make him go and apologize to those coaches in front of the other kids, because I want to send an example to those parents. One time, let me tell you, it's a sacrifice for me to get out of my pretty bed, to go to a hot field, a hot stinking gym. So he got to have his own backpack. He got to have his own Gatorade pack. I ain't carrying no heavy football uniform on my shoulders. He the one wearing it. He got to do it. One day he left his the coochie strap, whatever you call the thing that the men put on to hold their stuff down. They're not coochie straps. They whatever the men use for their thing. Come on, man, help me out with this. Thank you, Mr. White. The thing y'all put on your stuff to hold it and protect it. Well, he left his. Now I bought 3 or 4 of them. He left it. So he's on the court. No, you don't say court. He's on the field in football. And all of a sudden he's running towards me. I'm like, what the heck? I'm reading my book. I'm chilling in the hot sun with a nice cold container full of water with some lemon in it. I'm in my own zone, got my earphones on because they weren't even playing yet. I listen. I watch the game when it starts. Don't judge me. I'm out there, but I'm in my own zone because I didn't sign up for this. I was praying that he had a daddy in his life who would be out there, and I could just show up for the games looking cute. Hey, yeah. But I had no idea I'd be out there for practice. I'd be out there for 20 games going from state. I mean, we're in the same state, but we in cities all over the place. Okay, what we saying here? Jock strap. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you. Thank you. So he left his. And he gonna come running to me. Hey, Mom, I gotta get a jock strap. Didn't I buy you some? Yeah, Mom, but I left it. I gotta go get one. You gotta go to Dick's and buy me one. The parent over there, the teen mom, said there's one 20 minutes away. I said, you go tell the teen mom to go get it. Because you got the teen moms, they be out there all cute with their little tight shorts on, running all up over the place. I have no idea why they be dressing like that. And they hollering at me, your son need. I said, no, he don't. I said, I have prepared him by buying him everything he needs. I also have him pack his bag with everything he needs. You mean to tell me now I got to go buy him another one because he left it? Pull him out the game and let him sit on the bench. Needless to say, they found him one. What's up with us? Do you really think I'm already using up, what is it? I probably used up at least a fourth a tank of gas to get out to where we were. I didn't even know where, everywhere we go, I need the navigator to get there. I've never been to these places. Mind you, I'm by myself with him in the car. So they're hollering at me, Dixie's down the street. It ain't gonna take that long to get there. You don't tell me what. Lady, I done bought him everything he needs. I'm not like y'all. It does not work that way. I don't raise my kids to dictate to me what I need to do for them because they done left something behind. When I have given them everything they need to do their part, it's up to them to pack it. What did I say? Pack it, store it, get it ready, and carry it. He didn't do that. So they figured it out. But I sent a strong message to my son, my baby boy. That's not my job. My job is to supply you with what you need. It's your job to make sure you carry what you need. You pack what you need. I see little bitty petite moms holding the helmets, the big bags full of all the equipment, that heavy equipment, them shoulder pads and all of that. And it's 90-degree weather. The sun, mind you, is about 10 of them. They're carrying their phones and they're playing video games on the phone while the moms is holding all the equipment. What are we teaching our children? What are we teaching our kids? And why you want to go to the school and beat up the parent, the teacher, when they're calling home, say, help me. Your child's cutting up. We going to have to suspend him because this is the third time. You ain't going to suspend my kid. My kid ain't done nothing. Y'all need to do a better job. Y'all, I'm going to come up there and check y'all because y'all wrong. Because my child, y'all always picking on him. Y'all just don't like him. Ain't nobody got time. Them teachers don't even get paid no kind of money to be dealing with your disrespectful child day in and day out. And you mean to tell me you gonna take a disrespectful child's side when he's disrespecting you? So you know he disrespecting the teacher. Come on. And you wonder why. You got a 35-year-old son or daughter living at home, needing money from you to get her weave done because she ain't got no job. She needs you to pay her cell phone bill, but she ain't gonna work at no McDonald's because she ain't flipping no hamburgers. And if they can work at McDonald's, can you imagine what that can actually prepare them to do if they can get through that? But we're not even raising them to sweat. How is it we sweat? We slave. How in the world can a parent, this one I don't understand. How can a parent be getting dressed to go to work and she got an 18-year-old in the bed, and then he got the audacity to call her? Now I'm going through stuff that I hear from coworkers, church friends, people that I know, girlfriends, boyfriends. I'm in awe. They calling mama, hey ma, what's for dinner? You 18, dude, I ain't coming home. I got plans tonight. What you mean you ain't coming home? Ma, ain't nothing in this house to eat. What you want me to do? How am I gonna survive? It ain't nothing in here to eat. What you want me to do? Can you at least bring me something for you go? Yeah, boy, I bring you something. I'm so sick of you. You need a job. Yeah, ma, right. Mm-hmm. Just bring me something. Thanks. We got to do a better job. Y'all, we losing our babies. We losing them. Who gonna take care of us? Because we are not preparing our children to even love us. If we can't discipline them today, and I ain't talking about beat them down. I can't beat my child. First of all, he's so sensitive. If I go at him like that, he's like, oh, mom, what I do? I can't do that. Because he just got this little sensitive side. It look like, make me feel like I'm a monster. I just take things from him. And I just say, I can't buy you that because you didn't do X, Y, Z. I can't do this because you didn't do this, and that. However, if you do this and this and that, I probably can. But I refuse to keep telling you every Tuesday and Thursday is trash night. And you 13 years old and you've been doing this for at least since you were 8 or 9 years old. I can't keep telling you after you eat in the kitchen to put your plate in the dishwasher. And now I say put all the stuff in the dishwasher. And sometimes I'd rather do it myself because I'll do it better. But guess what I'm preparing him for? Adulthood. I'm preparing him to be able to, I'm now going to show him how to make a few things. So when he's in college, he don't have to depend on no girlfriend to cook him a hamburger. He'll be able to do it himself because I'm going to do everything in my power to prepare him for adulthood. I messed up with my oldest. I never let him in the kitchen. And as a result, I don't think he still cooked. But each child, I try to learn more than I did with the other one. We got to grow. And when we make mistakes, we got to rectify those mistakes because these are lives we're playing with. These are lives. They not some little toy. They not some little doll baby that we played with when we were little kids. These are children who are going to ultimately grow up to be an adult, and they are going to be expected to do a lot of things in life. And if we don't prepare them for it, they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to. And it's going to be our fault. Now, parents, if you have done everything in your power to take care of your child and to raise him to be the most respectful thing imaginable, just like you, and he still want to join the gang, and he's or she still want to have 5 babies, or he want to end up in jail, then you can't be mad at yourself. You did everything. But shame on you if you did not discipline that child and you lost him to the streets because you were too busy chasing Joe and Blow, and you missed out, and now it's too late. Do whatever you can to grab that child now, like I told that lady, because it's inevitable. Where he going? If he checking my child who's trying to help, imagine him in the classroom. Imagine him getting pulled over by a cop. If he trying to check my son who trying to help him. So we got a responsibility to our children. Okay, if you got it like that and you feel like your children is supposed to get 900 toys for Christmas, you better think twice. You better start preparing them for chores, getting them prepared for helping others, because we didn't even talk about gangs. We didn't even talk about bullying. If we don't do this today, we lose our kids to that. And this bullying, our children are doing that. Our children are not only the victims, they're also the perpetrator. And why? How in the world can any of us have a child that came out of our body that forces someone to want to kill themselves? Let me ask that again. How could any of us have a child come out of our bodies that's capable of pushing a child to want to not live anymore? How can a child be that cruel? What can make a person, a little person, a young person, that mean-spirited, that harmful, that would want to make somebody hurt themselves? To me, that's frightening. That means we're doing something wrong. We're not doing something right with our children. And women, sometimes we get so caught up with the men in our lives. And I mean no good men that are just there for in the physical sense. We're going to have some conversations with Melanie Taylor, who's a great friend of mine, and she's a minister, and we're going to talk about that, because sometimes that flesh is so important to us that we forget we got responsibilities to these children that we gave birth to. And they need us more than anything. We have to do everything in our power to make these children grow up to be the best that they can be. Not the least best, the best. And we're not raising them right. Seeing that young man go up to my dad, my baby boy, my oldest boy is always going to be my baby boy. It did something to my heart, because the first thing came to my mind, he was so angry with my son, he was looking for something. So first thing came to my mind, oh my God, that young boy got a gun, because he went looking for his bag. They don't check us when we go into these gyms. They take our money, keep it rolling. I don't know why we don't have those gun machines and protectors in every public school in America now. I don't know why. But when I saw him looking for something, oh boy. And that woman could have slapped the hell out of me because I was this close to her, because I was that angry with her. That's why this video today is so important to me, because we gotta do better. We gotta raise these kids right. We gotta raise them right. All this shooting, they're 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 15 years. They stepping up to you with guns. Where did this hatred come from? Where did these guns come from? Where are their mamas? They don't go in their bedrooms. They don't talk to them. They don't ask them up. They don't talk to them about violence. They don't talk to the golden rule. We grew up on the golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Do you want somebody shooting you with a gun? No. So you can't go around shooting people with guns. Do you want to go to jail? No. These kids think it's okay to be in jail. It's cool. Why is it cool to be in jail? Why is it a sense of status to, I'm on probation? Hey, dude, you 17. What do you mean you're on probation? You're 17. You should be filling out applications for college. You should be going to the military. What's up? What do you mean? Why is it okay? Why is it okay for parents, moms, to see 10 children on a corner, 10 young men on a corner that are 16, 17? Why? Why aren't they on a job? Why you let your child be on that corner? And then when the bullets spraying, your baby's on that corner. Why is it okay? Why haven't you done something? Why haven't you said, hey, y'all, can't you get a job? What are y'all doing on this corner? Why y'all here? Why aren't we doing that? Why is it okay? Why are we not getting our children in check, getting them ready for adulthood? Why are we afraid of our children? Why are we afraid to stand up to them and say, hey, you're wrong. I'm not going to watch you disrespect that lady. I hear how you talking to her, and that's you go and apologize now. You just witnessed what she did and you didn't say anything. That woman witnessed her son talking to my son like that, and she looked to me like she was proud of him. And then she looked to me like she was afraid of him. I can't imagine being afraid of a child I gave birth to. But I am afraid of some of your children, because I was afraid that one was going to get something out of his gym bag and harm my child, my son, my adult son. And you know what? I'm still afraid, because that young man was that angry. He was that angry at my son. And for us to raise these kids that got so much hatred and bitterness and anger, where's that anger coming from? Why? Okay, so they don't have daddy. I know that's half the reason. Obama didn't have his daddy, and he was the president. He was our president for 8 years without his daddy. That ain't no excuse. Shame on you. Half of us didn't have daddies. Half of us didn't grow up with daddies. And we turned out okay. We still knew we had to complete the mission. Stop making excuses. And mamas, these children are not your friends. Get a girlfriend. Shame on you. They don't need to be your pal, your BFF. You need to raise them to be disciplined young adults where they're in a position to even take care of you someday if overnight you go brain dead and you need somebody to make decisions. We're not even raising them to make decisions on our behalf. You keep forgetting we're not going to always be here. We could die tomorrow. Are they capable of making one decision about our household, the rest of the siblings, our finances? No. Half of them in there just playing video games. Y'all don't even make them take out the trash. I see women mowing the lawns and the boys in the house playing video games. Shame on us. Shame on us. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Taking care of them. How are we gonna ever raise them to be adults where they can take care of others, their own families? And see, this goes into what I talked about last week. Mothers with these boys. You raising them. You ain't raising them. They just living in your house. That's why it's so easy for them to impregnate 5 women all over the East Coast or all over different area codes in one state. And then you grandmama to these 5, and they don't even barely know these children's names. It's our fault. It's our fault. And daddies, I ain't even gonna add y'all into the equation because if you ain't there, you ain't there. And we're not supposed to wait on you to do the right thing. If we gotta act based on what we have to act with, that means we gotta step up our game even more. I am proud to say, and that's why I am qualified to have this discussion with you tonight, because I have 3 adults that are doing very well for themselves that came out of my body. And this last one, that stunt he pulled telling me, hey, Mom, go to Dick's and buy me another one of them things so I can play in the game. Didn't I buy you that stuff already when the season started? Yeah, Mom, but I forgot. Didn't I tell you this morning to make sure you had everything packed? Well, Mom, Mom, Daddy, because that's another thing. We allow too many excuses. Excuses are for failures. I'm a winner. I don't want to hear no excuse. That's why I don't be around my family too much. We can't do this because this. We can't do this because that. I said, but what about we talking about what we can't do. We ain't talking about no solutions. We don't want no solution. We want to just sit here and talk about all the things we can't do because we just can't do it. I said, but yeah, you can do that if you do. We don't want to talk to her because she thinks she all that. Yes, I do. I do. And how dare you don't think you all that? We gotta be all that. Y'all, how y'all gonna say Black Lives Matter when our babies out there killing our babies and they all black? So where's the disconnect there? Okay, we go crazy when the white cop go after our babies, our black boys. But why aren't we showing as much of much anger when there's black young man at 17 shooting another young man at 16? They're both black. Over, he stepped on my toe. He looked at me funny. He rolling up in a BMW. I'm going to check him. I'm going to let him know what time it is. I'm walking. I'm going to show him something. I'm going to take him out. Oh, he think his girl better. I'm going to show him something. I'm going to take him out. Ain't that some stupid stuff? And we losing our kids every day to stupid stuff. And we say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter to who? They got to start with us. They got to start. It starts with us. Black Lives Matter should matter to us. These are our babies. They came out of our bodies. And for us to think that it's okay for them to be this way, it's cool. He shouldn't have been saying what he said to my son. That's why he had to take him out. There are women that are making excuses for why their sons took somebody else's son out. What is going on, mothers? We're so in denial. What is it? We love that the baby daddy so much that we get a clouded judgment, judging. We don't know what's going on. We can't think. We can't feel. Because we so caught up in the baby daddy, the love that we have for him, it wasn't no love, it was lust. But we get so caught up in that that child can't do no wrong because his daddy was fine. His daddy, oh Lord, I miss his daddy. Oh, I gotta take care of him. I gotta take care of him for me and his daddy. He can't do no wrong, and the teacher better not say nothing to me. The principal better not say nothing to me. And your child is wrong as two left shoes, and you know it. And you have defended him so much. You've defended him so much till he think he can't do no wrong. And he know he doing wrong. And the next thing you know, you the first one crying in the courtroom. Johnny, they done took my boy from me. You took your boy from you. You didn't raise him. You didn't treat him right. You didn't do him right. You didn't prepare him for adulthood. Now the cops got him. Now he out of your control for good. Because now he belonged to them and them streets. Yo, we got to save our babies. That's all we got. That's all we got. They got to have our discipline. They have to have our discipline. I ain't talking about beating them down. I ain't talking about choking them. I ain't talking about putting a gun on them. I'm talking about regular things, giving them chores, punishing them, taking things away from them, not showering them with every gift imaginable. Melanie says, you are an awesome old school mom in these uncertain times we live in. I concur with this conversation. I am the same way with my 3 adult children and their spouses. I tell them what's good. I don't expect them to disrespect me because I try to impart wisdom, honesty, respect, hard work, accountability. Great job. Thank you. And that's what we got to do. Did you hear those words she used? She says that you try to instill in them wisdom, honesty, respect, hard work, accountability. That mother who saw her son step up to my son, who's an adult young man, helping her son out, she watched him in almost like admiration / fear. I can't check him because he's so mad at him. He might be mad at me. He might cuss me out in the car. What she should have done was made him accountable. As my friend said, as my sister in Christ said, we got to make these kids accountable. We got to show them. They don't even look at us. They don't care if we go to work every day. They don't care if we keep food on the table. They see us as servants. When you have raised a child that doesn't respect seeing you slaving day in and day out to get to that job and take care of that roof over your head and his roof over his head, what's wrong with that picture? When he starts seeing you as a servant, hey, mom, when you gonna cook? What you mean you're not coming home? I'm hungry. He 18, 19 years old. He not in college. He not at a full-time job. He not in the military. And I tell you one thing, ladies, I'm scared of the military. I want my son to be alive. I don't want him to get shot up. And in this Trump administration, I may never see him. But if you didn't raise him, and you know you didn't raise him right, I'd rather you give him to the military than to leave him at home with you, because the streets, in our streets, in Black communities, inner cities, they're as bad as the military. So you might as well let him go off. At least there he getting a check. He's protected. You'd be better off there than him being with some gangs. Because one way or another, he's going to get caught up in something because you didn't do your job. Now, I commend those who did their best, and the kids still get caught up, because that could happen, and that's out of your control. But if you don't do everything to keep that from happening, it's your fault. We lived in Forestville. I rented a townhouse back when my child, Drew, my oldest, was 14. He was 14, but we had lived there from probably 12 to 14, 13, maybe 10 to 13, maybe 11 to 14. And one day he came home with this black shirt on, and he didn't leave that way, because we have to always be noticing our children, be very observant with them. And he had on some like little bandanas, and it was black too, I think. And the shirt said FWA. Yeah, Forestville with an attitude. So let me tell you the story. So I said, Drew, what's that? What's that shirt you got on? Mom, this FWA. This stands for Forestville with an attitude. I said, excuse me? This stands for Forestville with an attitude. I'm all connected, Mom. What you talking about? This how we roll. And he said some kind of slogan to go with it. And I said, FWA, Forestville with an attitude. Antennas went straight up. Baby boy didn't have to say no more. Then 3 months, I had bought a house. You ain't taking my son. Not under my watch. I said immediately, we getting out this neighborhood. And I watched him until we moved, because he was already pulled from under me just like that. Where somebody grabbed him and said, dude, I can give you what nobody else can. We gonna protect you. You gonna be with us. We gonna love on you. We gonna take care of you. We gonna be Forestville with attitude. That's the name of this game. You ain't taking my child like that. So there's another question. Parents, if you gotta work 20 jobs, why you gonna let your child just join up with a game? I left. I would have worked 3 jobs to make that happen. You ain't gonna take my son. I don't understand why we don't have that hustle in us no more. We just, well, the streets got them now. I can't do nothing with that. No, you don't let the streets have them. You go do what you got to do to make sure the streets don't have them. I don't care where you live. You protect your children. You don't let them, you don't succumb to your environment no matter where you are. And I know somebody gonna come back at me on the side and say, you know, Miss Thang, you don't know what you're talking about. I done this and that, and my son's still in jail, and I done this and that. No, you know, if you that defensive, you didn't do something right. And I've witnessed it. That's why I'm online tonight with you, because I've witnessed women watching their children misbehave, and they're just watching. And I understand. I feel for you. Some of y'all ain't got no friends, so you want your children to be your friends. Why? They not here to be your friend. They're not here to be your BFF. They're here for you to raise them to be productive adults. I want mine to be successful, but at least let's start here and make them productive. I want mine here, but I'll settle for this, because that means they're good people, and that's where it starts. They're good people. Please, I surrender my babies to God first and foremost. I pray that you do the same thing. Watch over these children. Don't give them everything that they want. Make them earn it. Did you hear what I said? Don't give them everything that they want. Make them earn it. Make them earn it, because not only will they appreciate it more, they will understand the hustle, the work ethic it took to get what it is they wanted. Let them earn it. Don't just shower them with the world, because they'll grow up expecting it from the boss. He didn't even give me my raise. Oh, well, did you do the extra things involved to get you that raise? No. I just want it because I think I should have had it. Well, why do you think you should have had it? Because I just feel like everybody else got it. Well, what did everybody else do to get their raise that they got? Well, so-and-so staying late, the other one coming in earlier, and the other one took on more projects. Well, did you think to do that? No, I just want them to give me the raise. That's how an entitled millennial child thinks. And that's our fault. That's our fault. And if you raising a child and you've been told your child is bullying another child, you need to check your home. Because for a child to have it in them to harm another child, is something wrong with your household. Or somebody has hurt that child. And you need to find out who's in that person's life, because that molestation thing ain't no joke. And these women leaving their children with the boyfriends. I can't imagine that. My child is old as I don't know what. And I ain't letting no boyfriend watch over my child. Ain't no babysitting there. And he old enough to say, hey, mom, so-and-so did so-and-so and so-and-so did so-and-so. He still ain't going to have that opportunity to be around somebody that ain't his dad. Y'all, what is wrong with us? Let's get it in check. Let's save our boys. Our boys, because our boys can save our girls. That's why the focus tonight was getting them boys in check. Because it can make a difference for the whole race. If we get them boys in check. If we get them, I ain't having no sex with you. No, you already got a baby over there. Why should I? No. Oh, I got to be protected. No. See, a boy can stop a lot of stuff. Them women can't have 5 different babies if the young man plugged it up, right? Can't happen. Takes 2. So we got to teach them. Why you think it's okay to have 5 different babies by 5 different women? Why are we teaching them that? That's not acceptable. Why do they think that's okay? Why do they think that's cool? And they can't take care of 1, let alone 2. And they got 5 at 26 years old. Okay, y'all, this is a lot. I love the fact that we love our children. But we got to also discipline them, because if you don't discipline your children, you don't love your children. We have to always remember one thing. We gonna die. I'm just gonna put it out there. We gonna die. I already told my kids I want that white pretty casket. I want the pink, because they know pink is my color. I want them to find me some pink, beautiful, long, flowing gown. And I want to have that little nice smile on my face. It's going to happen. So ask yourself, as you're raising that teenager, am I raising them to be able to be an adult and move on with their life if I'm not here? Or am I raising them to fall apart because I'm not here? My 3 will survive. My 4 will, because I'm raising them to be independent of me, whether I'm here or not here. Can you do the same with your children? Are you raising them to be strong? Are you raising them to be accountable, as Melanie said? Are you raising them to have wisdom? Are you raising them to be respectful of their elders? Are you raising them to be respectful of everyone? Are you raising them with the golden rule? Young children don't know what golden rule is. We lived by it. It was in our schools. It was at our churches. I asked my child, he didn't know, but I raised him in church. So he knew the golden rule without knowing the golden rule, if you get my point. But I had to tell him what the golden rule was. If we're not raising our children to respect others, to work, have good work ethics, to be accountable, I messed up. I got to go apologize to the teacher. When the teacher calls me that mine missing assignments, I make him write her a note, and I make him go and apologize to her or him. And then I follow up. Hey,